Hello, this is Jo from Angels and Ancestors. I didn't put the cards back because I'd already dished the cards out and the camera just shut down. So I'm going to start the reading from the beginning again, just because I don't feel that the first bit would have taken. I don't know where it stopped when it completely shut off. So we're going to start again. And what I'm getting is I've got the Wild Hunt as your current situation. Now this is your spiritual reading for September 2019. Don't worry about when you get this. When you receive this reading is when you're supposed to get the most out of the reading. But for the majority of you, you're going through some sort of change, some sort of clearing of the decks. In other decks, this is the Tower, and they call it the Tower of Destruction. I hate that word because the whole point of the Wild Hunt is that you're looking for something else now. You've cleared away the rubble, it's gone, and you are now on the hunt for the new you, the new way of being, the new spirituality. And whatever this is has had quite an effect on yourself spiritually. It's not just something that's happened and you've kind of been able to buffer it off. I kind of got the idea when I laid this down that this may be something to do with work, that you may have been disillusioned with what you're working with at the moment, and spiritually speaking it's kind of dragging you down a bit. So the next card you had was your challenge card, and this card, the World Tray. Now before it's a challenge, in other respects it is a grounded tree. It's got deep long roots that makes it very sturdy and very stable indeed. It's got branches that reach out into the daylight sky and the night sky, and it's basically telling you that you can have what you want. You can branch out to where you want. You can send your roots deep down into the earth. You are permitted to do that spiritually. You can do this. You can ground deep. You can be spiritually highly vibrational, and energy wise you can actually wrap yourself in your own energy to ensure protection. But for some unknown reason, spiritually speaking, you don't actually currently believe this. Something has rocked your tree. Something has, I wouldn't even say rocked your tree, but you know when something hits a tree and it kind of feels a vibration, but the roots are like, oh really, we're too strong for that. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like there's been a bump and it's kind of shaken your spiritual side, and you need to get back to that balance. You need to be on the hunt for your balance spiritually. You need to be on the hunt for a new way of being, and you need to bring your tree back in the upright where it is completely anchored into the ground, and it is offering you all these different opportunities and branches to serve you spiritually. And I can see that for many of you, you do lots of different spiritual things. You don't just tap into one type of spirituality. You are always looking for knowledge for other spirituality and other modalities of healing. Yeah, and something has rocked you. Something has rocked you spiritually. So in the month of September, if this hasn't already happened and you're not trying to come back from that, and this is on its way, the other cards are indicating that because of your foundation, that as it comes towards you, you can actually start thinking about putting preventative measures in place to stop the impact from being as hard on you. I think for a lot of you that you don't actually see this coming. This is something that is kind of hidden from view, but when it's illuminated, it then makes sense, and then you start seeing that you were seeing signs that it was going to happen. So just have belief in that tree and belief in your own spirituality, and don't let anybody knock that. Now you've got two foundation cards here. You've got the Nine of Chalices, and for me the Nine of Chalices is everything that you have worked so hard for, especially spiritually. You've got the crystal ball. You're able to use your intuition and your tools for positive works within spirituality. Your cups are all in the upright. You're at a 9. You're at the top of your game. Now, a lot of people would say that a 10 is at the top of your game. In actual fact, a 10 is a card that is a completion of a cycle or something. So when you get to the 10, that is a completion of what you've been learning, of what you've been putting out there, of what you've been absorbing and taking in. But a 9 is telling us that you are at the top of your game. You are doing something right because it is in your foundation, and it has made your foundation quite sturdy and quite solid, along with the Wheel of the Year. Now this is a really positive card. The Wheel of the Year tells us that each month that we take will teach us something different, and we will be able to learn something different. It also tells us that as each month rolls round in the year, that there is continuity in the world, and it's in your foundation position. And I would say that right now luck is on your side, even though you're not feeling it and you don't believe it, you're not trusting something at the moment. You have worked so damn hard to get to where you are. Don't let somebody else come in and spin that wheel for you. This is your luck. This is your foundation. Do not let somebody else come in and knock this. And the reason I say this is because at the bottom of the deck we've got the Five of the Famous, and that's somebody else trying to push their opinions and their thoughts and their feelings onto yourselves. It's a difference of opinion. And there is somebody out there that could possibly be quite overpowering or overbearing in trying to get their opinion or their point across. And what you need to do is not let them rock you, and not let them make you distrust other people. Because this is one person that is kind of trying to say, no, it's my way or no way. We'll tell them if it's your way, it's the highway, because I'm just not dealing with this. And going through to your energies that are leaving you at the moment is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands usually brings forward messages of good luck, of balance and equilibrium. But this one is, she's actually moving away from your energy. So I think the message has already been delivered, and I think you understood the message at the time of delivery. But then this happened, and it's made you doubt that the message was right. It's made you doubt that the message was true. And you're kind of thinking that what the other person had to say may have been the truth. But again, you worked so damn hard to get this message in the first place, and it's okay that it's moved through. That's what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to be a message of love, peace and spirituality, and it was supposed to be there to help you move forward into your future, with this 9 and the Wheel of the Year intact as your foundation. So moving around to your thoughts and feelings, it may be, I'm getting for some of you, it's the Six of Wands, I'm getting for some of you that in your thoughts and feelings that you would like some accolades, some recognition for stuff that you have done, and possibly from your family or your community. However, with this happening, it has stayed in your thoughts and feelings rather than you going searching for this accolade and this recognition, because this other person has put doubts in your head that you deserve this. Let me tell you, you absolutely deserve this. If you are winning awards, if you are making a difference, if you are even saying hello to somebody on the street and you've made a difference in that person's life, you absolutely 100% deserve accolade and recognition for that. And if nobody else does it, I'm recognising that you work really hard, and this has just dented your trust. It has dented, it's even taken some of your desires away. And you know, this is what the Wild Hunt's telling you. Track down those desires, rediscover your desires, rediscover what makes you fearful to trust, because if you face it head on, it's no longer a fear, because it becomes tangible. It becomes something that you can sort out and something that you can resolve within yourself. So in your future, you have got the 9 of Pentacles. So you've got 2 9s in this card. It is phenomenal. And the 9 again is the achievement of balanced family life. You've got everything that you need to keep your families going. You have got enough money to give you food and clothing and shelter. And the 9 is not a 10. It's not a completion. So I don't feel that for those of you that are creating a family, your completion of family is not there yet. No families are ever completed, because even when the children do grow up, they end up getting married and having children of their own. But for you personally, I don't feel that your family is 100% complete, because you haven't got the 10. But what this completion is going to be, it could be a business venture, it could be a shift in your spirituality, and you take your family down a new spiritual route. And I'm not talking about changing religion, I'm not talking about changing faith, I'm talking about tradition, I'm talking about spirituality. What makes you tick as a person, what makes you think and feel the way you do, and how you instill that into the next generation and going forward for many generations to come. So you are there, you are at the 9. It is one of the highest accolade cards in the deck. It has got the Pentacles in there. You are doing just fine. And the other thing that I've just heard is the debt will be paid. So if you have had some sort of spiritual debt that you've been trying to pay back, September is the time that you are going to be able to pay that debt back. So I'm now going to get some advice from the Archangels for the month. Could I have some advice for the spiritual reading from the Archangels for September 2019 for the people that are watching the video? Could I please have a card of advice from the Archangels for the spiritual reading for September 2019 for the collective, please? Just in case you're wondering about these shuffles, before I did the readings today, I did some public readings last night, and I completely re-blessed and sanctified the area I work in, and I re-blessed, sanctified and diffused the cards. So they're kind of still trying to pick up on the energies that I'm throwing at them, because it just takes a little bit of time for them to absorb energies again, and it could be that the larger decks take a bit longer than the smaller decks. So we need a couple. Oh, we have several. I'm going to take them because they just completely fell out. So let's quickly go through them. You've got 7 of Gabriel that says stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence and claim your personal power. There you go, claim your personal power. This, whatever this is, it has not just spirituality for 6. So you've got the King of Michael. It says wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. You have the Queen of Raphael. Follow your heart. Love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So if you've got that gut feeling that something's not right or something is right, go with it. Just don't let somebody rock your world like this. It's just not on. Then you've got justice. The fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favour. Don't give up. Now, that doesn't have to be in a court of law. That can be spiritually. That can be your guides and your gatekeepers, your angels, your ancestors saying to you, now come on, you know, karma's on your side with this one. You know, you haven't got a karmic debt here. And if you have, you've got the opportunity in September to relinquish that karmic debt. So you have the Four of Raphael. There's a lot of green cards here. So Raphael is a healer as well. And it says seek other possibilities. Look for the magic in your life and be aware of your own emotions. So this has had a very deep effect on you guys. And I'm not boo-hooing it. But you're stronger than this. You're stronger and bigger than what's happened. And you've worked so damn hard. For this to knock you the way it has. So you've got the Page of Raphael, and it says new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships and social invitations, great intuition insights. So you've got intuition insights twice. And then you've got the Nine of Raphael. Make a wish, dreams can become reality. So this accolade and recognition that you're so dreaming of, it can be there. Joyful time of life. Leave. Let the angels sort this tower moment out. Just let it go to them and put your tree back up in the right position. So the last one from the angels is the Sun. I love this card. It's wonderful, and it says that life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So that's from your angels. It's very in tune with the other part of the reading, which I'm so pleased about, because it has, I was worried that I was reading it wrong, but I'm not. Spiritually, this is not due for 6, and you need to know that the angels, the ancestors, they're all on your side. The karmic debt that needs to be paid isn't you. The karmic debt that needs to be paid is from somebody else, and they will have the opportunity in September to put this right. However, although they have the opportunity, we all have free will, and that's not to say that they will take that opportunity to put it right. Don't let them put your hard work at risk. Go and find your desires, go and find your fears and face them head on. So we're just asking the dreams of Gaia if they can give us any more information about the spiritual reading for September 19, or if there's any dreams they wish to share. Do you know what? I'm going to take both of those because I stopped shuffling at that point. So we have the 8 of water. We have the 3. I think he's the 3 of water, is he? No, he's not. He's the 3 of air. I don't like these Roman numerals, and we have intuition again. Is that the 3rd card with intuition? It is. And wow, okay. So I'm going to go from my right to the left. So this card, the 3, he's an angel. He is knowledgeable, and he is calling upon you to use your wisdom and knowledge to teach others, but he's also calling upon you to learn from recent events and to put that into your wisdom and knowledge so you can pass that on to others. You are highly protected by all sorts of spiritual creatures, and especially the angels. The angels are there 100% to support you. You know, not everything that you need to learn has to come out of books. Sometimes it's people that can teach us, sometimes it's children, it's adults, it's older people, sometimes it's even our pets that can teach us how to kind of behave spiritually and move on to a higher plane. It's there for you. This energy, this high vibration is absolutely there for you. I'm going to look up this card because I know I've pulled it before, but I honestly don't remember what it's about. So I am going to I want to turn straight to it. So it says gratitude, appreciation, delight, joyfulness, happiness, positivity, pride and harmony. So I'm going to say to you that you should have pride. You've worked hard. You've worked really hard. It says the Eight of Water symbolises how positive state of appreciation and gratitude can influence our lives. So again, this person that has tried to rattle you, has tried to make your spirituality seem less than it is, let them go. Have the positive attitude, have gratitude to the higher vibrations in life and leave the lower vibrations to the universe to let them deal with them as they will. And again, you've got the intuition card. Now, this is a beautiful card. It really is. And, you know, you've had it twice from the angels. You had it from the Four of Raphael and the Page of Raphael, and now you've got it as intuition in this card, which tells me that your intuition is running overtime. It is there, you can use it, but I've got a feeling that you may be kind of denying it. You may be kind of boo-hooing it because of who the person is that has tried to pull this stunt on you. And like the angels have said, this is not serving you. Get rid of it, move on, find something better to do. In fact, we've had it 4 times about this communication and this intuition. You need to trust yourself. You have worked so hard to get to this place. Do not let others come in and tell you you're wrong. Do not let others come in and tell you how to shuffle your tarot, how to light a candle, how to cast a circle, how to pray, how to petition. Just don't let them do it. You know how to do it. You are successful at this. Spiritually speaking, you are ascending, and I think you know you're ascending, and I know the energies last month were very confusing for a lot of people, and we had a lot of old thoughts and feelings that happened to us as we went through our lifetime, and they reared their heads, and with myself I was arguing with people in my head again, and I was reminded by my guides that it hadn't raised up to the surface for me to relive that and be in pain again. It raised up to the surface to remind me that I had learnt that lesson, and now I needed to let it go into the universe. I needed to let the angels, the ancestors, the guides, whoever you want to call it, you need to release it, let them have it, let them deal with it, because they can deal with it and they can put things into massive perspective. The other thing I'm not getting from this particular reading is whether or not you're meditating at all. I'm just kind of getting the feeling that you're not in a peaceful place, and you really do need to meditate on the positivity of everything you've done, because your work is phenomenal. It's hugely successful. You know this, but you've just let somebody come in and whip your instincts away from you, and that's just not fair. It is just, as we say in England, it's just not cricket. So we are now going to ask the angels and the ancestors if they can give us some insights for September, and whether they have got anything to say. I haven't got a clue. Oh, they have. Oh, right, 3 more shuffles. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. So we have got 4 cards. We've got the Oracle card, and it says wait for